Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. Anticipation for this one has been building through the early part of the season, and now here we are with a top 5 showdown. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
I caught up with the Mustangs head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Mustangs headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. Well, that'll give them good field position as he kicks it out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Clemson is quick to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Off play action on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his first today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. And they're able to get him down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's got the back in the middle. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it! He's down immediately, but they convert on 4th down and keep the drive alive. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that's a great job finishing the drive. But, man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. To the air, it's Jennings. Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Working that left side now. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Clemson jumps to the line. Motion from the wideout. The run inside. It's Haynes. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? 3rd and 6 yards to go. Might be calling a hot route. He'll run it again. Got a little grass. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they gave it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. The sure hands. It's Hale. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the 1st quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They boot it away. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Back to pass on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. Third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Looking downfield on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Push down for the tackle. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some. And you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Clemson calls its second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. And the Mustangs will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. Gives them a chance to put together a strategy here in the waning moments. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Running inside. It's Haynes. Maybe some room here. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for...
Makes the grab on the right. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And
breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Ball is loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Finding open areas. Shows him the stiff arm. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 16 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Golden Bears coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And did this group ever need that? The first win on the year, they're now 1-4.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far,
offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson.
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. Getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Bring in the heat. Right on target this time. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Unloads it left. Got a man, it's Singleton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hale.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant, but
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfort. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it down the field. Turns it on down the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
You got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm going to say you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when they...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got it. Quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. 1st and goal from the 10. They'll run play action. Under fire. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Misfired on first down. Back to the air on second. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Using the quick game. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Takes the easy one to the back. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Sends it back in motion. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, SMU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming on the field.
Pass rush gets there.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Moving out to the right. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. It's Hale. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Jennings. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking for a deep man. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about from defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously, the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
To the air, it's Jennings. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the catch. It's Hale. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Makes the catch, and he's free. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day, dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150. Makes the grab. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun. Looking for the score. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for his man. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He's out of bounds, and the interception will seal it.